Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be exploring something a little different,
Hmm.
but also something that I think is going to resonate in a really powerful way with all of us. We're going to be looking at Psalm 57
Okay.
from the Book of Psalms. And, I know when people hear uh, ancient poetry or religious text, sometimes they think, oh, this is going to be dry,
Mm.
or, this is going to be irrelevant to my life. But I think you're going to find that Psalm 57 is surprisingly contemporary and
Mhm.
speaks to experiences that we all face. And I'm curious, actually, before we even begin, does the number 57 hold any special significance for you?
You
A
know,
birthday, an
it's
address.
so funny you should mention that because
Yeah.
while the number itself may not have any universal significance, Psalm 57 is actually one of 6 psalms that are classified as a miktam of David.
Oh, interesting.
And scholars believe that this term, miktam, might point to a specific musical style or even a particular type of emotional outpouring that's often associated with moments of deep distress or seeking refuge.
Oh, that's so interesting. And that idea of seeking refuge
Mm.
really, I think it jumps out when you read Psalm 57.
Definitely.
It's not just kind of a quiet contemplation.
Yeah.
There's a real, it's almost like a desperate cry for protection.
Yeah, and it's widely believed that this song was actually written when David was hiding in a cave,
Wow.
fleeing from King Saul. And knowing that historical context just, I think, adds another layer to the intensity of the words.
Absolutely. I mean, take, for example, verse 3. It says, my soul is among lions. I lie among those who are ablaze, whose teeth are spears and arrows, whose tongues are sharp swords. I mean,
Yeah.
that's such a vivid image.
It really is. And it's a really masterful use of metaphor too, because David isn't just talking about wild animals here. He's describing this feeling of being surrounded by enemies,
Yeah.
by forces that feel predatory and dangerous.
Right. And yet, even in that moment of, clear fear, there's this, I don't know, like this undercurrent of unwavering faith.
Hmm.
He pleads with God, but he also, he reaffirms his trust,
Yeah.
almost as if he's finding strength just in the act of expressing his belief. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. And that's where I think we see the structure of the psalm kind of reflecting this emotional arc.
Yeah.
It begins with a plea for deliverance, almost
Yeah.
like a cry for help. But then it transitions into these declarations of trust, of remembering past deliverances, and ultimately it culminates in praise and thanksgiving.
That's, I think, what makes this ancient text so relatable, right? It's not just about David hiding in a cave thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
It's about that universal human experience of feeling trapped or threatened or
Mm,
even betrayed. And
exactly.
then it's about finding solace and strength in something bigger than ourselves, even in the, darkest of times.
Absolutely. And that brings us to a thought-provoking question for you, the listener. How do the sentiments in Psalm 57 resonate with your own life?
Hmm.
What personal meaning can you draw from its message of seeking refuge,
Yeah.
trusting in a higher power, and finding solace in the midst of challenges?
It's really something to think about, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Psalm 57,
Thank you.
and we'll see you next time.
See you then.